Hi and welcome again. So now we wanted to add a form to create a new sticky notes, right? So what are the steps to do that? First of all, you need to add a form module in the imports declaration. So this is how we are creating the root module, right? Every application need to have one ng module where you are declaring all the components, declaring all the providers, declaring all the services in the providers, your component which you are going to bootstrap, and your third-party dependencies. Browser module which is required to bootstrap, and forms module which is required to create HTML form and submit the data and all. So we have this form module is there. So this is the browse not creator component we have added. So this is the same example which we have done. All of the difference here is we have added an HTML form which is using Angular 2 template driven form to submit the data from this form. So if you see the syntax look like similar whatever we have done in Angular 1.x. Here we are using banana box binding ng model for the two-way data binding, and for event binding you are using this syntax. So we have focus, click, change event, and this method is I'm triggering in the component. Similarly, this is for title, this is for value, and this is for description. All are same. All the difference is I'm just changing this two-way data binding. New node.description, new node.value, new node.title. So new node is an object in which I am doing a two-way data binding, and this new node will be available in the component also whenever you are doing the changes, right? And you are submitting this form from here on submit method you might be calling. So on create node. So whenever you are clicking on submit button, I am firing this on create node method which might be defined in this component on create node. Okay, so here we are using a little bit ES6. So if you just talk about this, so this is the ES6 syntax. So what we are trying to do here, we are actually capturing the title, value, and color, all of them together from this dot notes. Either if you are not writing ES6, then you will be writing it something like this: const title equal to this dot notes dot title. Right, this is the one syntax. Let me comment this out. Right, this is the one way. So you will be keep writing this for all the properties: title, value, and for color. So in ES6, using the destructuring assignment, you can write this in a single line of code, right? And then you are checking if title and value are there. I'm firing this create node method. So this is also a child component you see. So here I have added an event emitter for that. Create node is an event emitter object. So this we don't need this. Right, so I created an event emitter object create node. So I am emitting this event from my child component to the parent component. So I will capture the data in the parent component and I will create a new node. You see this dot create node dot next, and I'm sending title, value, and color in an object. So in ES6 there is an object assignment. If you have a key and value both are same, then you can just write only the key. So we are sending all these three properties in JSON object. So create node is defined in the parent component. You can see this is dot create node. So this is defined in the parent component, and what we are doing here, we are just doing this dot node dot push. But how this is defined here, if you see, this is the event. You are handling that in the parent component. So from child component create node event you are triggering, and once the create node event triggered, so this is, you can say this is a custom event. We have a click, change, select event. So this is a custom event, create node event being triggered from the child component, and it is triggering on create node on the parent component. So on create node we got the node object, and we are just doing dot push onto the nodes array. So we are actually creating new node. Let's see the flow again. So here I have this HTML form. I click on submit. I will fire on create node. So using on create node, I got the values of the form fields Then here I'm emitting the create node or event using event emitter. Here I'm using output annotation to create a create node. So I'm emitting this create node. Now let's handle this in the parent component. So this is my parent component. Here I'm handling this create node with the help of onCreateNode method. So onCreateNode, I'm just adding this object to the array. That's it, right? So if we see, once you click on submit, let me check. So this is sticky header, okay, and here we are triggering on click on this button. We are submitting this event. It's happening or not? Okay, so let's debug this. Where is it? Is problem? So this is the not created form. This should be submit, I think. On create note. So on create note, are we getting anything? Just let me do console.log. This dot new note. Let's try to print it. Okay, so we have three values and all the values you need to fill, right? So this is a sticky not header, then sticky title. So title can be write ng2 code demo app, and you can see that is added. This is the object we are sending in the component, and we are just getting these three values, title value, and we can see the sticky notes created. There is some styling issue for that, but here if you click on check, these are getting disappear, right? Because those tasks are done. So this is all about this application. This code is available on the Git. You can check this out.